Bob!
Don!
You just got a new Blackstone.
No, I've gotten this a while. I'm just now getting around to using it.
Oh, using it. We ain't using that yet.
Why
because
not?
You know why?
No.
Huh. First of all, let's go to the other Blackstone that we've been using for a while.
Okay.
And we'll see the difference.
Well, I mean...
Alright. So
Oh, yeah, yours is really greasy and oily.
that's why they call it a Blackstone, right?
Right.
Because we've got to burn that oil into the steel.
Oh, okay. So mine's nowhere close to ready then.
No, you're
Mine looks
not.
pristine.
Yeah, this guy looks brand new. We've got some manufacturing oil in here. Don't mind my camera work. It's not the best.
Better than mine, probably.
So, first things first, Bobby.
Yes.
We've got a thing of water over here.
Yep.
And some soap. We're going to lather those two together, and we're going to clean this thing off with soap first.
Lather it together?
This is the only time that you're ever going to use...
Am I literally just dumping soap on here?
No, on a paper towel.
Paper towel?
Yeah. Yep. Get the water and soap together. You know, give yourself a little soapy residue on the paper towel.
Alright, see a little soapy on here.
And Bob is going to just clean off that Blackstone griddle top first.
Water.
Yep, some water. You know, lather it up.
Lather it
up. Lather it up.
Feel like you're washing your face?
Yep, like you're washing your face.
Alright, and then just clean it down?
Yep, and I'm going to show this on camera. Again, this is the only time you're really ever going to do this. You're just kind of getting them manufacturing oils off of it.
Anything that was on there?
Anything that was on there.
Makes sense.
The boxes. Just
oh,
get it nice
it's Blackstone on the back there.
Yeah, it does.
Didn't even notice that before.
Really, because it was probably covered. Covered with manufacturing oils.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
They probably would have got away with it if it wasn't for your pescaline kids, too.
Probably.
Meddling kids. Ah, I ruined that one. Alright.
Show the bottom of that. Is that dirty? A little bit,
Oh,
right?
It's got some dust on it, some dirt. Not too bad.
Got some metal shavings.
Yeah, not too... Yeah.
All right, now spray some water on that bad boy and get it with a dry paper towel.
Let's get my hands here on soapy first before I keep spreading it. We got enough water?
Yeah, plenty of water. There we go.
That's it?
Yep. Now you're just going to kind of dry it off, get all that soap off, and we are ready for the first step of seasoning this bad boy. Maybe another coat of water.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
You keep calling it water, dude, but we're in Jersey.
What is it? Water?
It's water.
Water?
Water.
Water. It's water?
Yes.
All right. Water. New Jersey accent. Water.
It's not an accent, it's just correct.
Just correct. Oh my goodness.
W-O-O-D-E-R.
There we go. She's coming clean now. Bob and I just used my Blackstone as we're burning in his. And I wanted to bring up something. Even though your Blackstone is seasoned and you've got a good, nice black layer, you can see my griddle on this side's very clean. We just did some cooking, and you see that you're always going to have residual food stick to the Blackstone. I don't care if this thing's been seasoned and been used for years. Stainless steel top, cast iron top, whatever top it is. Things still stick to it. Things still polymerize to this as you cook. Bacon is a great example. Don't get frustrated by this because it's so easy to clean. And I wanted to show that real quick.
Okay.
Scraper. I found that, you know, these little guys work good. This is what I use every time I use my Blackstone. I'm done cooking, turn it on low heat. Some of these are, yep, low heat.
Yeah.
And just kind of scrape that off, right? Don't be afraid to get into it. I've only used this part of the griddle. And then you get that into the drip tray. All right. Now, what I do first is I kind of throw a little oil on it and grab my spatula. It's still dirty from cooking, but I kind of rub that oil back into it. All right, and you're gonna see that this is gonna have some dirt in it, or some residual food here.
Oh yeah.
And from here, all I do is I take my water. I like using the this as a buffer because it steam cleans. So you just spray this down a little bit, and you'll see it absorb in. And you're going to steam clean the section or the whole griddle top. And you can see that it dries instantly, and I've got my kind of Blackstone top again. So don't get discouraged when you actually see things stick to it, because it will. Things are going to stick to the Blackstone regardless of what people tell you. I've been using them for years. I know how they work. And usually you can tell if it's clean is if I take this water now and kind of come over it. You can see I missed a little bit. But it's going to take that residual stuff off and rinse and repeat. Super simple to clean. Put it on low heat, scrape it, get it to the back, use your water, and then when you're done, reapply a little bit of oil, wipe it down, and start from scratch, cook again.
Excellent.
So now that Bob got this Blackstone nice and clean with the soap and water, we're going to start the seasoning process.
All right, what's the seasoning process?
Seasoning process. We've got griddle seasoning made by Blackstone. There's probably a million different variations of this. We're probably going to have to do this about 3 times. So we're going to put up a time lapse. We're going to show exactly what this looks like now, what it looks like after. You know, you've got this variation of it. I've got there's a spray that you can use, griddle spray, that's also used for seasoning, as long as it's a high flash point oil. The idea here is to polymerize the oil to the metal. That makes a chemical bond with the metal and gives you a nice smooth surface to cook on. If you tried to cook on this right now, your eggs would be wouldn't stick.
Been there, done that.
Would not stick to this. So
yep.
You'll see the transformation of this top once we start here. So let's get this thing lit. Get it on high heat. High heat.
I hear it.
Yep. And we're going to hear this thing expand. It's going to start making a bunch of noise. I have this model. This is what I use for camping.
That's what mine was for?
I love it.
Yep.
Love it. And you haven't used it yet for camping yet, Bob, have you?
No, because I forgot a regulator. Nor did I have it seasoned, apparently. Yeah. So we were just going to, whole world hurt if I had it.
You just were going to do it all wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
So I turned to the pro.
No, I'm not a pro.
More of a pro than I am for this.
So we've got a roll of paper towels. You're going to use a lot of paper towels when you use your Blackstone cooking. They are your friend, that's for sure. We're going to let this thing get really hot, and we're going to put a nice thin coat of this lovely lard. It kind of looks like lard.
It does.
Yep. Some kind of animal fat or something.
Yep.
Rendered down.
Yep.
And as we're waiting for this to heat up, we can actually put a little bit of it on. Of course, I forgot a spoon. We don't really need much. So this stuff goes a long way. It's probably plenty. Now you see the way that thing just kind of flew this way? I was at a campground, right? And I saw some guy with a level, and he had a stand. He had it all set up, right? And I'm kind of laughing at him. I said, what is he doing? He's leveling his Blackstone. But as I use mine, I learned that leveling is important, because you throw an egg on this. You don't want your egg to run that way, do you? No. So it was a little bit of a lesson for me. Like, hey, maybe the level is important. And Bob, you're doing a great job on that camera.
I pre-warned everybody in the last video. I am not a professional cameraman.
So this stone's getting hot, or this metal's getting hot. So we're just going to kind of grab this and start spreading that oil out all over this metal plate. And that might not be enough, but you want to start with a nice thin layer. Then you want to make sure you get your sides. Later on, we're going to show you a little trick for the sides, because they don't exactly get hot enough to kind of polymerize that oil on the stone itself. But in the time lapse of this, you're going to see this stone go from gray to black, and that's what we want. Again, we'll probably do this 3 times. We're going to set this up in kind of a time lapse mode now. We've got a nice even thin coat of oil on it. We've got to wait for this to start smoking, And the idea is, now that we got this thin coat of oil on, you'll see that the griddle's starting to smoke. We need that smoke to go away.
I can see it. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I can see the
Right.
smoke you're
Maybe
talking
if you
about.
got down level with it.
Oh, you're going to make me move this thing in?
I am.
Oh.
We're going to get this on the tripod. Like, you can already see the griddle turning color.
Oh, yeah, you can see it through the camera lens here.
Cool. So, once this is done smoking, we're going to turn it off, we're going to let it cool down, and we're going to repeat the process.
I can see the color change too in this one.
Yep. Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
The time lapse we do.
Yep. All
So
right.
let's get this thing on a tripod and
All right, right back.
get this up. So now that our first layer is kind of burned off, you can kind of see the smoke dissipated. We're going to shut the unit completely off and let it cool down. Congratulations, you're done your seasoning process. Not.
Ha!
Not.
Got me all excited.
Got you excited.
We're doing this on the hottest day of the year.
We are doing this on the hottest day of the year. Last year when we did that Blackstone, it was the hottest day of the year. You can see Anthony sweating to death.
Like you said, my shirt's changing colors over here.
So we're going to let this get down to a reasonable temperature. Not all the way cold, but let it get down to the reasonable temperature. We're going to throw another layer of Blackstone seasoning on, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Alrighty, we're going to light this bad boy back up on high and rinse and repeat. Where's that thermal gun at?
Right here.
So we are down to about 240 degrees. You don't have to let this thing get completely cold. And we're just going to put a little more seasoning on here. A little more. Get it nice and oily this time. This is our second coat. And we're going to get that going nice and even throughout the whole stone. And during this coat, I'm going to show you a little trick, because obviously it's impossible to get this thing all to that nice black, what you want. This is the shape of the burner, so these are going to be your hot spots in a 17-inch griddle. You want to make sure that you get your sides really well. Even the outside, it doesn't hurt to hit this. It's not gonna bond that well with the outside, but you know, you want to keep this thing greased up as much as you can, because these will rust. So now we've got a nice good coating back on here. We're gonna let it heat up, and you will see it transform and get hot and start to smoke again. Back again. So, real quick, I just wanted to go over a little trick. As you see, the corners and everything don't get really hot, and you don't want to be seasoning this thing for hours on end. So in order to kind of get you going a little bit quicker, pull out your propane torch and start hitting your corners and hitting your sides, just to get that nice black tinge to it, to kind of accelerate the process. So it's a little hack. We'll go ahead and do that. Griddle's looking a little bit different. We're gonna let this cool down and do it one more time, and we'll show you a nice close-up of what the griddle looks like when it's all completed. Alrighty, Bobby,
Yep.
Third coat.
Third coat.
So we're gonna get this fired up again. Hear the roar of the fire. And this will be the third and final one. We're gonna put a nice heavy thick coat on this one. You don't want it too thick. We're gonna spread this out thin. I probably use way too much, but you know, you want to definitely spread this out thin as can be.
Sides and everything, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do the sides. We're gonna get this nice and even here. But we want this last one to kind of really burn in, and we'll see. We'll get this thing perfect. I mean, it's very close to being perfect. You can see the difference already. I can't wait in the camera to see the time lapse of this thing changing colors. So now we'll get that nice side here, back.
Now, when you say back, do you mean the back, like the outside, or are you just talking about the inside back?
Inside.
Okay.
I mean, you could do the back part too. You know, we can hit that with some oil. It's not gonna hurt. The longevity of this thing is gonna be how you take care of it. But keep her clean, keep her oiled. You'll never have to do this part again. And as you cook on it, it only gets better.
Okay.
All right, nice even coat there. And time for her to heat back up. Once we get smoke again, I'm gonna go over some parts with the torch, and we'll show you a really good angle on the camera on how it looks, and we'll complete the video. Alright, the griddle looks like it's done smoking. It looks nice and black. We're going to pull the camera down off the tripod and get you a really good view on how the stone looks when it is completely done. We're going to turn off this flame because it's only about 135 degrees in here right now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
160.
Yeah. I got a little oil still on this rag. We're just going to kind of give it that last little love there. Let it smoke. And we will show you how this looks. Alright, Bob. Show them your new griddle. Show them your new griddle. How's this look?
This is smoking. Literally smoking, but smoking hot too. All the corners, he did a phenomenal job getting this back done. All the corners got done. That nice little hack he did with the bottle here, the propane bottle. Dude, it looks beautiful.
Look at that.
This looks like something I would see in the back of a fancy restaurant type of thing. Obviously much bigger, but the cleanliness, the way it looks, the seasoning of it.
Now that we got the heat off, you can hear the griddle cracking, shrinking back into place.
Yep.
But that, my friends, is how you season a Blackstone.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Dr. Smoke and Bob style. Took us about how long? 2 hours?
About that.
To do the 3 coats?
Yep.
And she looks beautiful.
She's beautiful.
All right, Bob, are you happy with your griddle top?
Oh, more than happy, dude. I could never got it this good myself.
Well, thanks for bringing it over. Again, this is
thank you.
Don from Dr. Smoke and How To and Reviews. Please check out both channels. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Yep.
More content coming. So thanks again for watching, guys. Without you, we wouldn't be here.
It's firm.